Hey guys, how we doing? So yeah, I won't be available to do the end of week back test tonight because I'm going out. But I thought if we could do that now. And I had a look at this week's price action. There wasn't anything that I mean fundamentally a lot has happened because when we look at our fundamentals for this week, um there was a lot of news that came out, a lot of crucial news, also, um, but not any that kind of managed to get us into a position where we was able to profit from it, but more so kind of being on the sideline and watching the market react to those kind of news. Um, I was able to watch when the ECB was talking yesterday, but there wasn't anything. So when we look at look if we was to look at this price action, right? Uh, so it was around here, 145 for me, right? And if you look at that, there weren't anything too crazy going on for the first half an hour that she was talking. There weren't anything too crazy. Um, and it was the same with GU when we had yeah, it was Wednesday. Yeah, so around here when we had what's it called, budget, when the chancellor was talking about the budget for the spring coming up. Nothing too crazy, but the market just been on a sideline for like 3 hours just to get some clarity going on. But nothing that I was willing to take out of there, nothing out of here. So it was just a waiting game this week, really. Um, Having said that, I did manage to find one trade, and we'll talk about that. Mm, Looks like I've got something here, so actually we could come back into that, to be honest. Okay, let's see if we can find a ACAP. Okay, ACAP is cool. Alright, we don't need to go far in terms of the time frames. If we look at where we are, so first things first, this is what is maintaining my higher time frame. Now this little break here, again, there's no way for us to find out whether that's a break or not. I mean, yeah, it does go lower, but hold on, let's see. Okay. Mhm. Yeah, it does go lower, we can see that, but I don't know what to make of it. So I'm going to disregard that because it doesn't actually change anything in terms of point of interest and um trades. Okay. So we can clearly see, obviously, this is what's maintaining our higher time frame. Someone there. Okay, now when we look at that, we have got this whole thing as a distro. Okay, and then we've got this as the redistribution, sorry. Redistro. And then this is what causes the new leg, right? And this is what's maintaining that new leg. So now when we actually look at this, we have tapped into the extreme over here. So we'll talk about that in a second. But we have tapped into the extreme. Let's just mark that up. Okay. And then I'm gonna, so this would have been the slingshot. This would have been the slingshot that we would have looked at, but since we traded through it, I'm gonna disregard that and I'm gonna just to have a cleaner chart, I'm gonna delete that. And I'm going to just put that there. That's going to be a bullish move, okay? So when we look at our market cycles now, we've know that, let me just put that here. We know that higher time frame is bearish and lower time frame is bearish. Okay. And for me, intraday is bullish, and intraday is bullish from here. Okay. And we can see that in a sense of this accumulation, this reaccumulation, which looks very ugly of some sort. This reaccumulation that does take out this slingshot. Now it's going to I guess change. Because let's just so imagine if it was like that, right? We could have seen some sort of reaccumulation here to then go up, and that would have obviously be the slingshot. Um, but obviously that's not the case, right? And we can see that we've traded below it. This is where it was holding my lower time frame actually. Um, but nonetheless, we can see we can see demand has come in here, and then all this accumulation did was escorted price into our extreme where we managed to distribute, and then this is where we are now. There was a clean entry in here, which I think we previously looked at, um, which was very, very clean actually. And that's the break. Okay. So we are so we're bearish times two, bullish times one, and when I do that to the okay. So I'm essentially looking for, so we can see here that the 50 of that has been mitigated, and then we've got the 80 of that lines up around here somewhere. So this is somewhere that I'll be looking for like a hedge opportunity, to just get price back up into here to then maybe go down, or if this was to turn into a whole reaccumulation to then go back up. And again, because we're hedging, this would be a low risk going into it. So do something like that. This is my hedge. So this is where I would need an accumulation. Okay, so that, and then as I said, we know that this is what's maintaining our structure. Let's push this back a bit. There's our distro in there, and essentially we want price to come back up in there. Okay. In terms of slingshot, again, it would have to be this. That's the redistro. It's a very small redistro. but as with all redistros and slingshots, we would have to wait for the distro anyway. Okay, so this is where these are the two positions that I'll be selling, and then that position. So this is where I'm selling, this is where I'm selling, and this is where I'm buying. And all I have to do now is I just have to wait for price to either come up, I'll sell, or come up here and I'll sell, or come down here and I'll buy. That's pretty much it. So that's my game plan going into this. And yep, break. So we just let price doing its thing. Speed it up. And I guess in terms of continuation, so we have, if price were to break this, then maybe we could look for a continuation to go down. And there you go. So we get a break. Okay, now price, we have come into, where I'm looking to take a buy. And there was this opportunity here as well, right? So we could see this as a redistro, and then price makes this low, and then price comes up into here. But that's something we're not going to look at, simply because this is not the price action I was looking at. But this could be a little something to get into, as well as getting into the buy to see if we could take it up higher. And drop down now. So we got, okay, so we're kind of getting something, right? So let me just do that. So what we've got is we've got kind of like a clean accumulation going on. We can see the creek very clearly. We can actually see the change of character here. This will be make our trading range. Right. Okay. Now a couple of things. So you could have tried to get this. So this is the break that we would have needed, and you could have tried to catch something in here. But I personally would have needed the whole thing to break, because this redistro is what's holding this order flow leg right now. So I would have needed this accumulation to prove itself, in a sense of, okay, demand has now come in, and then we need to take out this supply point as a redistro here, because let's not forget where we're trading. We're inside this hedge position, and all this hedge all this accumulation did, sorry, was a scope price into the extreme. We have tapped into the extreme, and then we're selling off from there. Okay, so sellers are pretty much still in control, but we're just trying to see if we could get into a buy position to at least help get price up into this, because we do have some imbalances. We do have price we do have like again 700 pips. So even if you were to get into like a low risk, we could profit from this. So I said I would personally need this to break. And there we go, we get a break. And let's, because we're back testing, let's look at how long this took, right? So from this break here to know that okay, the spring has formed right here, right? This has taken 20 days for it to confirm. Okay, so now we're actually looking at this whole thing, right? We're looking at, let me see if we can find a better candle. Mm, no, maybe today. In between, I just can't find it. Mhm. Okay, let's see if we can find the highest one anyway. That's 777. Hmm. Actually quite like that. 710. Mm. No, we're losing it. Okay, let's go back to that 810. So sorry, that 710. Let's do from wick to wick on here. And then I'll do that last push down as well. Okay, and then when the moment we start to retrace, and then gonna do the Fibonacci from this high to this low, and see where we kind of line up. So at the moment, I like the fact that we've got in between that 50 and that 80, we've got that 80 there, see, and then there's imbalance there, and then we'll see if we can actually find some sort of confluence in there as well. Okay, so we can what not actually. Whoa. Okay, so we can see the retracement has occurred. Right. So I'm definitely liking this area over here. There's imbalance. That's the full volume candle. Now in terms of R&R, what would that look like? So this is 42 pips, which is also why I didn't say limit. But there's your 71, I guess. Your 10 to 1 would be somewhere here. Yeah. So that's not going to fly. Let's see if we can reduce that somehow. Right, let's see what's in here. Okay, so this is Asia. Um, and there's Thursday. Okay, so I'm gonna see if we can get Thursday. Oh, this is recap. I hate recap. So, because the color is all different. All right, hold on. Okay, so this is one I'm gonna care about. So this is Thursday, New York, right? Right here. Thursday, New York. And this is London, Thursday. Okay, so let's see if we can reduce anything in here. Okay, so this is on the 25th, so maybe I can throw a little something into that London there. Okay, so to be, yeah, 790 and then 20 pips spreads accounted for. And already, so there's my, well, there's my 10 to 1, but then we're looking to make a new high as well, right? That would give me 20 to 1. Um, okay. This one getting, now we've made our sign of strength. Now I want to be coming back down to make a test. Okay, somewhere there. Alright, so let price come down. And then what we'll do is actually we'll look for an accumulation in there as well. Accumulation now. Okay, so that's that. Let's talk about risk. So I'm willing to throw $100 at this whole thing, okay? Because for me, 0.10% is what according to my plan, is what I throw in a hedge position. So I'm gonna put $50 on the limit and then $50 on that accumulation, and then that's it. And if I were to lose everything, i.e., if this whole thing were to turn into a redistribution, then I'm only down, well, with no accumulation, $50, with an attempt to accumulate $100, and I'm okay with that. Okay, so price is coming down into our point of interest. Let's drop that down and see what we're doing. Okay, so our London has activated. What's this? This is Monday. London, New York. Okay, now let's go into trade management. So this is the layer. So this is what I'll need to go to reduce risk. Okay. Still nothing at the moment. I believe yeah, so we're now Tuesday. And this bloody thing took one whole day. So one bloody day. Okay, so we'll come back to that. Now we can actually see something, right? So we can see I'm seeing this as a type 4, right? And then we can actually see, well, in a very ugly accumulation in here, I'm assuming. And then we can see the clear reaccumulation. Clear reaccumulation, right? So what we can do is we can actually look for an accumulation here, and then also an accumulation here. So let me just do that, right? We can actually look for an accumulation in here. And then limit would happen when would limit happen? Actually, no, so I am valid to put a limit on now, yeah, for sure, because we made the boom, right? So I think we all previously looked at a 45-minute. Yeah, there you go. So I had that 45-minute there. And unfortunately, with the 45-minute, I had already played into the 50 with the reaccumulation. We can see that here. So this is what I've got waiting on is the 80. So whatever reduced risk I've managed to reduce there, we throw it into here. And then we wait for an accumulation inside that re. No. Okay. So go to break even. And then when price came out of here, it risk, and now was $50. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and delete this for now, because what we now need to do is we now need to make a new high here and then come back down. Pay risk. 71. And then now we'll be taking partials at 10 to 1, which will be here somewhere. And let's see what it did for the rest of the week. Well, that's where this will be on now. So it gave us a maximum of, well, close to 13 to 1. Which actually is not bad for a very dry week, I must say. Okay. So yeah, so that was pretty much all I saw this week. And I'm gonna put this in the chat so we can have a copy of it. But yeah, there, as I said, I'm still waiting for that re-entry opportunity in here after that 45-minute candle. That's obviously when it decides to come back down. Cool. But yeah, I'll post this. As I said, I couldn't find anything else, but that's it. So now this will be first partial area. I'm sorry, second partial area, and then we see if we can hold it up to here if it allows us to. If not, then we'll just wait for price to come back down, and then we'll look at another opportunity. But yeah, cool. Catch you guys in the next one.